Chapter 15. I drove the three of us to pick up Sky for the party. We all had our costumes on, but we weren't very innovated. I just wore my trench coat and hat and passed myself on as a detective. Ramon wore nothing but spandex and called himself a wrestler. Aaron just put on a baseball cap and declared himself a baseball player. We were really lazy before we left. It was nothing like the last minute. I think Ramon went out and bought a spandex for the night. He found it at the thrift. He found it at the thrift. He found it at the thrift store for $3. It was used. We were a little late getting to Sky's house because I couldn't see the address on the house. The other two weren't much better because they needed glasses. After the third pass down, I saw Sky standing outside with a couple of her kids. She had on a fairy costume with clear butterfly wings on the back and one of those plastic magic wands. It actually took a moment to register that she was actually wearing a Halloween costume instead of the lazy wear we had on. I was too busy staring at her busty cleavage on her royal blue dress. "You found it," she exclaimed, referring to her house. Then she asked, "Where's your Halloween outfits?" I answered, "I'm a detective." I pointed to the two boys in the back. "Ramon is supposed to be some wrestler." I wouldn't look. "Shut up, Pillsbury dough bitch," cried out Ramon. And Aaron just put on a cap and called himself a baseball player. "It's a good thing they aren't passing out awards," she said. "Look, I hate to trouble you, but is there any way we can drop my kids off at my sister's?" "Sure. How many you got?" "6," she gritted her teeth. "6? 2 more and you'll be Octomom. So is that okay?" I asked, "What about these two?" referring to Ramon and Aaron. We had Ramon and Aaron wait outside with the other two kids as I managed 4 of them to sit in my car. Sky held the youngest one up front, who looked to be about 3 years old. She then poked her head out the window to my friends. She said to him, "I don't really know you two, but would you promise not to kidnap or molest my kids while I'm gone?" Aaron and Ramon just looked at each other. "What the hell?" whispered Ramon, but we could hear him. Aaron responded, "Sure, not a problem." "Oh, thank you. Not that you two look like child molesters or anything, but okay, maybe one of you." Then I asked her, "Are you ready to go?" I drove off and Aaron and Ramon yelled out to the street, "Who?" As I was driving off to her sister's house, I made a comment with a smile saying, We're going to be a little late to the party, but that's
God, stop fucking up.
no, it's not fuck up. That's where it ends up, you fucking asshole. That's when I noticed her giving kisses to her kid. They kept kissing and kissing, which I was guessing was fine until the next thing that happened. Her 3-year-old said to her, "I want to marry Mommy." She pressed her head to his and said, "Mommy wants to marry you too." Then the little kid said, "You're my mommy. No one else can have you." They started kissing, which in my peripheral vision looked like they were making out. When I looked, it stopped and she proceeded to laugh and hug him. Then she asked me, "Isn't he the cutest kid in the whole world?" "He's great. Where's your sister's house again?" After after dropping off the kids, which seemed to have taken forever, we made it back to her place, finding her 2 remaining kids bashing Aaron and Ramon on the head on the porch. They were just sitting there bored, and it looked like they were so bored that they were immune to head damage. Sky immediately got out of the car and yelled at them, saying, "Stop bashing our new guest on the head. What is the matter with you?" The little girl bashing Ramon on the head whined, "But it's so soft and mushy." Ramon just did his goofy laugh. "I'm done. When we get to your aunt's, you're going to bed." "I don't want to." "Then stop hitting poor Ramon on the head." The kid finally stopped. Aaron commented, "That's okay. She was probably making him more intelligent." Ramon shouted, "Fuck you, dick mouth." On the way to her sister's, the little girl, who I found out was named Kyra, kept pushing Ramon's head to the window. As soon as Guy heard Ramon say, "Ow, stop it, kid," she immediately turned around and yelled, "What did I just tell you?" She tried to hit her with the magic wand, but Ramon's head got in the way. "Oh," she fanned her mouth, "I'm so sorry, Ramon." "Wow," I said, "Ramon is getting all kinds of abuse tonight." We were an hour late to the party thanks to the adventure of dropping off children. On the way there, we learned all kinds of new things about Sky, like having 6 different fathers with 6 different kids. She claimed that they were all losers, which didn't help her case much. I could tell she was embarrassed explaining herself. However, she would tend to cover up by saying how proud she was of being a mom. Just before we got there, we would spit our drinks when we discovered that she actually wanted more kids. After everyone got out of the car, God damn it. After everyone got out of the car, I stopped Ramon while Aaron and Sky proceeded to go inside the house. There was a bunch of young drunks outside that our old asses didn't want to concern with, but I had some important matters to discuss. I pointed out the message on my phone to Ramon on my cell and said to him, Gina's inside the house. Look, Ramon, Gina is a very beautiful girl. I know they say to be yourself when you're on a date, but in your case, don't be yourself. In fact, channel every smooth, suave, cool person you ever watched on TV and be those people. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to be dating Mr. Bean's retarded doppelganger. Then Ramon retorted, why don't you worry about your damn self, okay? I know how to date. Really? Because it sure don't look like it. You're fat, okay? I'm good looking. I have a better shot than you. Okay, then you show me how it's done. Damn right. I'm gonna fuck the hell out of Gina tonight. We entered the rather loud house. The screen door just flew wide open, and right away we were greeted with a huge keg full of people inhaling from hoses. I watched as some guys from the sidelines yelled and cheered them on as these people were obviously about to suck that keg dry. Ramon tapped me and pointed to the direction to our right where many hot women were dancing in the living room and shaking off their rears. Ramon just kept yelling stuff to him, but I think it was because no one could hear him anyway, because the house was way too loud with music and people already yelling. We found Aaron sitting at the table nursing a beer. He was watching the girls dance toward him like they were trying to show the sexy right off of them. Naturally, Ramon went to sit next to him. I was just about to sit on the available seat next to him when I saw Gina fanning me over from the kitchen. With Ramon's back still turned, I quickly joined her in the kitchen. After Ramon sat down, he asked, where did Tyler go? Aaron, too busy watching the girls, took a swig and answered, I don't know. Gina pressed her back against the wall. She was wearing a genie costume for the night, which looked more sexy than it should. Her bra looked like clamshells, and I didn't know what she was thinking, showing off her petite belly for someone like Ramon to see. I should have warned her that he had a fetish for bellies. She said to me, you have to get me out of here. Didn't you just get here? What about Ramon? He's the reason. Tyler, when he asked me to go to the party, two things occurred. One, I was drunk, and two, he is your friend. I thought, okay, since I don't have a date and you and I weren't going together per se, then I guess one of Tyler's single friends should be fine. I swear to God I will never drink again. He's not that bad. I mean, you just have to get used to him. Can you at least give him a chance? He looked back at Ramon and Aaron still sitting there in front of the girls. Ramon commented, look at those sexy bellies, boy. I just want to dig my face in it. Then Gina went back to me and said, Tyler, he's a pig. Oh, God, I wore this costume showing my belly. What if he tries to dig his face in it? Oh, come on now, Gina. He's much too shy for that. After I said that, a fat girl sat on the seat I was originally going to take. She wasn't a grotesque fat girl or anything, although her proportion was rather large. She did have a beautiful face with long brown perm hair. I could even say that she would be quite the catch if she lost all that weight. Ramon didn't see the inner beauty she possessed. He just looked at her with a disgusted look on his face. She said to them, hey boys, enjoying the party? My God, said Ramon with that disgusted look never wiping from his face. Would you care to dance, she asked. Not with you. You're too fat, Ramon blurted out. It must have been the booze, so nobody remembered him drinking anything. I wasn't talking to you, asshole. I was talking to your hot friend sitting next to you. Then Ramon said, ew, he doesn't want to dance with you. Aaron then got up and said, fuck him, let's dance. As they're going to the dance floor, she said to him, I would never fuck him. No girl would. Ramon just said to himself, Aaron likes fat people. She smells like egg wash and broccoli with a side of rotten cheese. Then he just started laughing to himself. He repeated, rotten cheese, like that part of the sentence was the funniest part. We saw a blockade of people hindering our view of Ramon. I took Gina by the hand, which felt nice, and bent low into the dancing people. I could see quick blurs of Ramon as we passed each frame of bodies stepping and twirling. There were some bodies stepping before us, and my senses told me to look ahead of me. We almost bumped into them. I had to jolt Gina by the hand, and I heard her make a quick yelp, but she seemed to be laughing behind me. Maybe Ramon made a dumbass look. Then a group just pushed us along. I wasn't sure if it was part of the dance or they were pissed off at us. They just pushed us along as if fate and destiny met. We had to stand before Ramon, which we... Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead.
They just pushed us along as if fate and destiny meant we had to stand before Ramon, which we did. Ramon just stood there with a goofy look on his face, and I started daydreaming about cartoons. Gina didn't look much better. She had this disgusted look of shock on her face. It was a combination of shock and disgust, and she wouldn't stop staring at Ramon. Then he spoke, which made things worse, and he said, "Did you try to run off on me?" I looked over at Gina, who wasn't much help. Seriously, I didn't know whether to bullshit or tell him the truth. I didn't care either way because, well, he's Ramon. You would get a goofy reaction to him either way. Finally, I decided to punish Gina for not saying anything. "No, I was going to pass the dance along to you, Ramon." Ramon smiled and said, "Ah, isn't that nice?" "Yeah, here, Gina." I pulled Gina along, who struggled, and I was looking like a rapist even more as soon as her hands made contact with his body. It wasn't like I really pulled her in or anything. She just didn't want to touch him. "Tyler," she yelped. "Okay," I said. "Had the time of your life." I started singing the song as the music stopped at that point, and the crowd was loud anyway. Ramon just started moving around like he was trying to dance with her. Gina wasn't moving and didn't seem fazed by the amount of knee slapping he was giving her. Then he said in his goofy romantic voice, "I think you're pretty." "Ugh. Tyler, where's your date at? Did she come?" Tyler turned and realized, "Oh yeah, where did she go?" And that's the end of the chapter.